Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Source. It's officially football season. If you want to get in on the weekly Against the Spread contest, giving away something every week. Week 1 is a signed Keenan Allen helmet. If you want to get in on that, make sure you sign up on the website before the deadline. We're talking Navy versus Notre Dame in this one. Navy finished 4-8 last year, but they were 7-5 against the spread. They were covering. Notre Dame obviously finishes 9-4 with a 7-6 record against the spread. Line opens up Notre Dame laying 20.5 points. Total opens up at 48.5.
Welcome to The Source. The Source. Source. Hey, get the Source.
Line's been pretty steady in this one. It did drop down to 20 for a week or two in there, but it's been sitting at 20.5 all week. We got a pros versus public set up here. Tickets are coming in on Notre Dame. Sharp action coming in on Navy. Let's take a look at the spreadsheet. And according to the model, projected score for this game is Notre Dame 35.24, Navy 17.41. So a very, very slight lean on Navy according to the model. So let's start with some recent history. As you probably know, these two teams play every single year. Notre Dame has taken 5 in a row. Navy won back in 2016. A couple of close games in there, a couple blowouts. Let's take a look at some returning production numbers. The advantage goes to Navy here. Navy 17th in the country in projected returning production. Notre Dame 44th, back at 67th in returning production on offense. Definitely some familiar faces as far as returning weapons for Notre Dame on offense. Audric Estime's back. Chris Tyree's back. Jaden Thomas is still there. But two huge changes. Obviously, Michael Mayer being gone is huge. He now plays for the Las Vegas Raiders. If you watched Notre Dame football last year, you know their entire offense ran through that guy. He averaged 8.8 targets per game last year and a 31.3% team target rate. That's a lot. Every time Notre Dame dropped back to pass, 31.3% of the attempts went to Michael Mayer. That's first of all tight ends in the FBS last year, and actually that'd be top 20 of anyone, wide receivers included. Safe to say this guy was a pretty big part of the offense, yeah. But obviously, that's not even the main headline when you're talking about the Notre Dame offense. They brought in Sam Hartman, quarterback from Wake Forest. Clearly, this guy's got some experience on his belt. He's got 45 starts, all in the ACC, so he's going to see a lot of familiar defenses here. He threw 39 touchdowns last year. That's 5th in the country. Wake Forest as a team averaged 8.5 yards per pass attempt. That's 12th in the country. This is an elite FBS quarterback without a doubt. But personally, I don't think Sam Hartman's the question here. I know a lot of people are expecting him to just throw on a Notre Dame jersey and throw another 40 touchdowns. Keep in mind, Notre Dame was not a passing offense last season. Like, Irish passed on just 40.29% of their offensive snaps. That's 118th in the FBS. This was not a passing offense. Now, Tommy Rees is gone. He's obviously calling plays for Nick Saban in Alabama now. Tight end coach Gerard Parker takes over as offensive coordinator. I don't know what to expect from this offense. I mean, you would think if you bring a guy like Sam Hartman in, you'd put him in a position to throw the ball, but it's a lot easier said than done. And the run game was really the only consistent part of Notre Dame's offense last year. So we're talking about a completely new identity offensively, and I don't know if that's the kind of thing that happens overnight. And if you look at the other side of the line of scrimmage at Navy, they're bringing a lot of guys back, and look what this defense did last year. Navy, as a team, allowed just 3.3 yards per carry. That was 8th in the country. Their defense had a minus 86.93% effective rush rating. That's 2nd in the country. Look at the teams they're up there with. It goes Georgia, Navy, Utah, Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Clemson. Navy wasn't letting anybody run on them last year. Exhibit A, look when they played the Irish last year. Notre Dame had 34 carries for just 66 yards rushing on this Navy defense. So I hope Gerard Parker has that passing offense ready to roll immediately, because the run game really might not be there for Notre Dame. Now, a positive for Notre Dame would be they're bringing back their center and both offensive tackles. Obviously, that's huge. But if you look at Navy's defense, they're bringing back basically their entire front 7. They lost John Marshall, which is a huge loss. But the same exact defensive line and inside linebackers that shut Notre Dame's run game down last year, they're there again this year. Now, if you flip it over to the other side, when Navy has the football, we already know what's coming. I mean, they're going to run the ball. Navy ran the ball on 83.8% of their offensive snaps last year, 2nd in the country only to Air Force. I know Navy ran for 255 yards on 5.5 yards per carry last year on Notre Dame, but As a whole, the Irish run defense was pretty decent last year, and their defensive losses this year mostly come in the pass defense area. But even if you think Notre Dame's pass defense needs a week or two to get some chemistry, that's reasonable, right? They got some new faces, new corners, some new pass rushers. So even if you think, okay, Notre Dame's going to need a game or two to get their pass defense in order, does that even matter against Navy? What are they going to drop back to pass 13 times? Who cares? As far as betting this game, I like the first half under here. It's sitting at 26.5. You can get that at -110 on Bet365 and Caesars at the time of recording this. I think this is a tough spot for Sam Hartman being thrown in against a defense that's going to take away the run. It's a lot of pressure in a new offense, new offensive coordinator to drop back and throw the ball as many times as he's going to have to. I think Notre Dame eventually gets it going. If I had to pick a side, I guess I'd take Navy plus 20.5, but as of right now, I'm saying first half under 26.5. I'll let you know the final decision on the live show, which will be Saturday morning at 11 a.m. If you're looking for my top bets of the week, head over to KyleKirms.com. I'll post it there Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Also, I'll have a parlay of the day. I'll have all my notes on there, maybe some prop bets, all kinds of stuff. So head over to the website, or you could download the Sauce Network app. All right, college football week 0 is officially here. Hope you're able to catch the live show 11 a.m. See you in the comments. Remember to bet responsibly. It's a long season. Let's get off to a good start, though. Talk to you guys soon.